Morning everyone. I'm starting to make a bit of a habit of this, being up before dark. You can just see it, the sun's just starting to poke up. It's just a bit before 6 o'clock. Yeah, gotta love daylight savings this time of year. But anyway, I think it even goes for another month yet. So what are we, late February? Yeah, by March it will be, still dark at 7 o'clock, which is a pain in the backside. Anyway, try and tell the powers to be to make all the decisions. Anyhow, it's another complete conversation for another day. Just come down. This has stopped. Not too sure why. Got up. It hasn't been stopped long. The engine's still warm. So yeah, we'll check everything, and that's the beauty of these things. If there's something wrong, little brains in this box shut everything down. Yeah, so I'm not too sure why it stopped, but yeah, we'll have a bit of a look about and just check the oil and make sure everything like that's all right, and get him going again. Not too sure what's happened there. It's yeah, it was a little bit low on oil, just with time we fill the filters up, and it's got a thing for the watchdog, so it shuts down if it's low on oil, whether it hasn't quite filled up. But it's done, irrigator's done quarter of a circle, so I'm not too sure why, but anyway, it does, these things happen at times. But and thankfully it did prime up again all right. I only had to give it a dozen pumps and it fired up again. But yeah, sun's just starting to come over the horizon now, so not a bad time of day. If you're not going to be in bed, well, you might as well be up doing stuff. So anyway, we'll go home and have a bit of brekkie and move on to the next one. Okay, shed update. The guys have got the retaining wall up. So yeah, a bit of sand in there. We've just got to chuck the mesh in there, and which is out there, and we'll probably pour it Friday morning maybe. Yeah, so I went down. Our eldest daughter Lexi was at a regional swimming carnival today in Shepparton, which is about an hour away. So yeah, I went down there this morning, watched her swim a race, and then come back. So the boys have been chipping away here while I was away, but yeah, I was back here at lunchtime. So we have a new dance floor, so we've got it in, which is good. And yeah, now just essentially building that wall here. Yeah, just put a plate in there. It's not quite straight, but it doesn't matter, you won't see it. So yeah, we'll bring it up right up here, and then we can, each year has sort of just got a little shelf there that they can chuck their smokes and their cans of drink and whatever else in there. Yeah, so anyway, and then yeah, it's just a case of filling in around it. We've got the timber for the floor, so I'll show you it quickly. So yeah, it turned up. So yeah, it looks all right, and I don't know, I just drove a nail in halfway. It has split it a little bit, so we might have to pre-drill it, which just to get it to work all right. I've got some nails here that they've got a twist in them. Hopefully they're what they call a decking nail, I think. So they've got a bit of a flute around the end of them just to stop them from coming out, I think's the trick. So especially with the sheep jumping around and partying on them, they'll just so they don't work themselves loose. Irrigator's about to finish. What else? Oh yeah, so we've got lambs. We weighed those lambs yesterday, and I think we've got 170 odd. I think they average 55 kg, so there's a few of them that need crutching, so I'll run them in the morning. And yeah, I'll put them through the handler and crutch them early. And yeah, and then we'll get back into this. So we're just gonna, yeah, we'll keep chipping away here, and I'll probably, because I'm away next week, I'll leave Monday night. Monday afternoon, I'll probably end up working most of the weekend, most likely. So yeah, we'll just try and get that floor down, and then the guys can just do a few bits and pieces next week. And I think at this stage we're shearing the week after, so we've still got a bit to do. It's not like it doesn't need to be 100%, but it needs to be 95, you know. So yeah, got to finish the roof off. We've got the tin for it turned up today as well. Good news, telehandler will be here on Friday. I called in to the dealership in Shepparton today while I was there, and was a bit stern with them. It wasn't too bad, but they told me last week it was going to be this week, and when I looked at it, I said, it's not going to be this week, is it? And he sort of got the tone, so he rang up to say, I've put a bomb under the service department and it'll be here first thing Friday, so which will be good. Anywho, we'll see you in the morning. Alright, just here locking the dish lickers up, giving them a feed. Sometimes during lambing and that sort of stuff, or we don't carve here, but here, Buzz, come here, Barry, here, get in here. Here, Buzz, get up. Yeah, lambing and that sort of stuff, you might end up with an orphan lamb at times, and look, it doesn't happen every year, and sometimes you sort of, you hope it doesn't happen, but yeah, like if you might get a ewe that for whatever reason is cast and goes down and won't get up, or something like that. So it just happens from time to time. It is what it is. So you end up sort of bottle rearing the lamb and raising the lamb. So yeah, we've got some ewes in the back here, and we've got one bloke, Tiny, hey. He's gonna. I thought he's gonna stand us up. Tiny, hey. I can't even see him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. You can just see his head over the... Tiny! Hey! You can see Gary down the back there. Here he comes. Here, Tiny! Come on! So, we got into a bit of a habit here of at night time feeding the dogs. He'd come over and get a handful of pellets. So, yeah, he's been running out in the paddock of late, but we've got these sheep back in, so yeah, he was in here with a few others for a while, and then he got let out in the paddock, but we got him back in the last couple of days with those sheep, and so come here, come on. G'day, buddy. How are you? Anyway, everyone, this is Tiny. So the girls named him. I think he was supposed to be Tiny Dancer. He's not so tiny now. He's got quite a bit of condition on him. He's in pretty good nick. But yeah, they're a bit of fun just to have pets around. This bloke, for whatever reason, he's probably been one of the, apart from Gary the goat over the back there, yeah, he's probably been the most friendliest. Generally, if you're not handling them all the time, they sort of go back to their natural sort of wildness. And but yeah, for whatever reason, this guy stayed pretty friendly, and he comes and gets a pat and a handful of dog pellets and that sort of stuff at night time. So yeah, it's good to have him around. So, anyway, I just thought I'd introduce him, so yeah, know who he is.
See the sky.
Morning. Yeah, so we had a pretty good day yesterday. As you've seen, we got all the floor down, got most of this sort of wall up, and then yeah, we started putting the boards down. So we had to having to pre-drill them all. It's cypress pine, this stuff, and it is very hard. Yeah, look, if we were, well, we just found with the nails, we had to go up a size with the drill because we were actually bending nails. But yeah, it seems it's going down really well. We're not quite halfway. I just had a bit of a count up. I'm hoping we've got enough here to do it actually. So yeah, anyway, we'll get this covered in for where the sheep jump out. But no, hopefully we probably get the floor all down today, and then Tony got to yesterday and put some posts up for the internal fencing. There's a panel there that he found that will fill that section in perfectly. Yeah, and we've got some W panel, some strap that we'll do all these internal fences with. So I was going away next week just with to do some training, but I've actually rang up and cancelled it just because if we shear the week after, there's still too much to do with getting this finished and yeah, getting this finished and getting sheep shifted around, and we've still got to clean the mess out of this. The main part of the shearing shed and concrete to pour and the roof to finish, and yeah, there's still a fair bit to do. So I've just decided the course I can actually go somewhere else and do it later on the year. So I spoke to the guys yesterday and just said we've just got too much on to get away, it would have been good, but anyway, we'll get time to do it at some stage. Yeah, got a function on this afternoon at lunchtime, but hopefully this morning the new telehandler will turn up. It's supposed to be getting delivered first thing, so yeah, should be good. Well, the floor's all done. Looks pretty good. It's come up alright actually, just a little bit of nailing to do down along this wall here, excuse me. And then yeah, just a couple of boards to put in here at the back just to finish that off. Yeah, the guys have that's just chocked up with some blocks of wood and yeah, and some clamps. So yeah, we've run into the weekend now. Kids and I are just going to duck away for the morning, and then yeah, I might come back this afternoon and just chip away while the other guys aren't here, and yeah, start and work on this internal fence and that sort of thing, and get it all sorted out. I just got a bit here at the back to fill that window in, just for that shelf for the shearers to sit their bit of stuff on, their smokes or whatever. And then yeah, we've got to make some doors, cut some doors and that. But I might, while we're in town this morning, I might try and get some of these here. These doors have got they're a bit buggered actually, probably want some more. But yeah, they've got a two-way hinge on them, so the doors can swing both ways. Well, I'm just thinking we'll probably just put one big door in here that yeah, obviously swings both ways, but we probably don't need the split door. This gap is still wide enough. I sort of checked industry standards before we made that up, but yeah, it is about 100mm, 4 inches narrower than the other doors. But yeah, get a bit of concrete down next week, get the rest of the roof on, and happy days. We'll get all the rest of the crap cleaned out of here, it's amazing how you accumulate it. But no, it's ticking along pretty well. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. So yeah, bye.